What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. Now, I wish I could say that I was doing really well, but to be honest, I'm not, because you know what? The Wilderness Summon has opened. We've got a brand new 5-star hero in here. We've got the offers in the game as well for the Wilderness Summon. We've got Wilderness coins that we can buy, but there is no Wilderness event. Look at the event quests. Nothing there. Literally no event for the Wilderness. This is lazy. It's the same as the Covenant Summon. It's the same as Monster Island. I know you've got a lot going on with the Dragon's Portal and everything else at the moment, but this is just lazy. If you're going to open up a portal and if you're going to have a brand new hero in here, at least do us the courtesy to have an event where we can earn some coins. The first time I let it slide. Second time, I'm not so keen on letting this slide. So, with that all being said, we do have a brand new hero in the portal. So, of course, we're going to have a look at her today. We're going to break... Sorry, not her. This is definitely a him. I've been back and forth. I'm thinking Tamlin, the name sounds kind of feminine, but he definitely looks like a dude. So I'm going with him. So we're going to break Tamlin down today. We're going to have a closer look at him and see what he's all about. He's featured alongside Verity, who's a freaking awesome hero. Runs at very fast speed and actually does quite a similar thing. We did review her, and then for some reason Gunctus has found his way into this portal. Now this is again a bit of a disappointment, because with this portal we're supposed to be seeing the Wilderness family in all their glory, shapes and sizes. I want to see more variations. You've just released 45 brand new dragons into a whole new game, so surely you can come up with at least a 4-star in this portal. I mean, we're still stuck with Saskia, who is somewhere in here, and she's a 3-star, but we don't have a 4-star from the Wilderness family. And I mean, we've already seen Verity. Would it have been too much to have Peregrine in here as well? I don't know. Anyways, rant over. Let us go ahead and have a closer look at Tamlin. So, to start off with, Tamlin is a dark hero. He is of the family, so the Woodland Faun family, and they get a bonus for 1 or 2 heroes. It's a pretty awesome bonus, so 75 or 100% chance to resist mana reductions and mana status ailments. So no mana cuts for this guy, no mana reductions for this guy. There's just no way that you can bring his mana down. I mean, granted, there is a 75% chance just for a single hero, but that is very, very, very strong. Now, the passives, they've got a triple passive. So the first one is resistance against insanity. I think Sai was saying, like earlier, the insanity heroes are a lot more rare, to be fair, and I'm inclined to agree with that. I've hardly seen a glimpse of any insanity heroes or any secret heroes on the horizon. The passive mana on status ailment received is great, so the character gains 5% mana when they receive a status ailment or a negative stack. And then he also gets a resistance against attack reduction. So it's an innate resistance against status ailments, stacks, and also the wither effects that affect attack. Now, it's not... I would say it's kind of on par with the Garrison Guard, where they remove the wither every 4 turns, but they remove the wither effect against defense as well. So it's kind of a trade-off between the two, but it's still a very strong passive. So you cannot give this guy any attack down ailments, and you cannot give him wither as long as it affects attack. You can still give him wither if it affects the defense down. So there is that to be said about him. Pretty decent all around. I like all of the passives. I like the family bonus. So let's move over to stats land. Very, very balanced stats. 1,095, 1,081, and 2,078. So nothing bad to say about his stats. They're all really, really good. And his special skill is called Disquieting Tune. Now, he is running at slow speed. So that, well, it could work for him or against him, really. So he deals 450% damage to all enemies, which is a humongous amount of damage. And then he gets an enhanced defense ailment. So all enemies get negative 64% defense against special skills. and this effect lasts until the enemy takes damage from a special skill 6 times. 6 times is a lot of times to take extra 64% defense against special skills. And then after the enhanced defense ailment ends, or if it's removed or replaced, the enemy then gets silenced for 6 turns. That is just brutal. So you've got 6 turns of defense down, 64% defense down against special skills, which is a huge amount. I think it's about the same as Costume 2 Magni gives. And then after that, you've got another 6 turns of being silenced. So how do you counter this guy? I mean, that's the first thing that came to mind. I mean, put aside the fact that he's got a humongous 450% damage hit to all enemies, and then he's giving you a negative defense down. But then you're silenced for 6 turns after you remove the ailment. So how do you do it? So it's pretty tricky. But to my mind, there are 2 extremely good ways to counter this guy. So one of them is going to be that we are going to see another use for the safe cleansers. So people like Lazara, who safely cleanses, and people like Kalen. I think from the Garrison Guard, Kalen will be excellent because he also safely cleanses, or at least the minion safely cleanses every single turn as well. And then you do get other safe cleansers, so I would definitely use them. But the other way, and this is probably going to be more likely for those of us who don't have access to super premium safe cleanse heroes, is going to be somebody like a reflect hero or an ailment blocker, because that is an ailment that he's putting on. It might say it's an enhanced defense ailment. It is still an ailment, so it should mean that it can still be blocked, and it should mean that it can still be reflected. Now, it can definitely be cleansed, but the only downside to bringing a cleanser against this guy is that if you do cleanse, then it means that everybody's going to be silenced for the following 6 turns, which is just brutal. 6 turns worth of silence, you may as well forget about it. You will have lost the battle by the time you come out of that silence. So you need to have something that works before he fires. And that is where you're going to be able to counter this guy nicely with somebody like Goldie. Throw up a reflect, pop that defense, that horrible enhanced defense ailment back on the opposition team, and you're good to go. Or pop somebody in there who gives the ailment immunity, and again, you are good to go. So there are counters for this guy, but he is a very, very powerful hero with some extremely awesome passives. So I like him. I like him a lot. I think that he is bang up there with where the Woodland Faun family needs to be. The only shitty thing is that we don't have an event, so we can't farm any coins to pull for this guy. So if you want to pull for this guy, you're going to have to spend money. And I'm going to tell you why you should not spend money on this portal. Okay, so let's have a little look at the odds in here. All right, so let's first of all check out the portal. So we've got him featured, and we've got Verity featured, and we've got Guntus featured. 3 excellent featured heroes, no doubt. I will agree with everybody who says they're excellent for sure. And then we'll have a look at the heroes that are in the portal. Okay, so looking at 4 stars and stuff, Asmi has just received a costume, no costume available. Now, we don't have, it says it includes heroes from many different summon gates, which is definitely true. It includes heroes from every single summon gate except for the Season 1 heroes. But what it doesn't include is any costumes, and that is a big problem. So where the game is going at the moment, you could pull a 5-star hero out of here, and the 5-star hero could have a costume, but they won't have a costume, and you'll pull them, and then you've got a hero with a team power of 866, versus a hero with a team power of 1101. So again, that is a massive issue. Now, it wouldn't have been too much of an issue if the odds were relatively good. But let's have a look at these odds. So the odds for, it says legendary featured heroes is 0.8%. So that is your chance that you're going to pull one of the 3 heroes that you actually want. Legendary hero is 1.7%. So while it looks like you've got a chance of 2.5% to pull a legendary, you've only got a 0.8% chance to pull one of the featured, which means you're going to have to summon about 150 times on average just to pull one of those 3 heroes. So I don't like the inflated odds. At least with the other portals where we get the two times chance, they put the odds down to 0.9%. That I can understand, because then you're actually getting two heroes for the price of one, basically, or just a 0.1% lower. But with this portal, this smacks of the way the Super Elemental portal was when it was first released, and they are trying to get back to that. But for that reason, I would recommend that you do not waste your time in summoning in this portal right now. I think it's just going to be like chasing the dragon. Forgive the pun, we do have dragons in the game, but that's not the kind of dragon I mean. But anyway, it is going to be a futile exercise to try and chase this guy. With that being said, if you do just drop one or two pulls per chance and you do manage to grab him, he's an absolute monster. So I would definitely recommend leveling him. But then again, having said that, I won't put him quite as high as a hero like Von Rothbart or a hero like Sludges, for example. There are a few ways to counter this guy. I mean, if Rush comes around, and then he's a devastating hero. But then we can say that about so many different heroes in the game. But as it is, he's a fantastic hero, definitely in the S tier all day long. But there are viable counters and at all levels within the game. So you shouldn't be too afraid going up against this guy, unless you let him fire off, in which case it's game over. But slow speed heroes should be able to do that. So, I mean, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to go over today in this video. So please do let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on Tamlin. Let me know if you think that they should have a Wilderness event and a Covenant event alongside the portals in the game. Definitely want to hear from you guys. I think we should definitely make a bit of noise about this. Also, drop us a like if it's your first time watching this channel. Then think about subscribing. We always have some interesting and exciting news about the world of Empires and Puzzles. And yeah, that is literally everything I got to say about this hero for now. But I look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. Let me know what's going on. And I will see you all again in the next one. Bye for now.